AJ Solomon.
This Corey Bradshaw, Mr. IOTBA, Mr. These boys can't touch me on my worst day. And this is the Spit Bucket Podcast.
It's your boy, Mr. IOTBA, Mr. 214, Senor Dos, Uno Cuatro, Senor Dos, 14, Mr. Undeniable, Mr. These boys can't touch me on my worst day. Right here with my dog, my partner in crime, my brother from another, Mr. JJ Solomon, and this is the Spit Bucket episode 85. JJ, what's popping, my guy?
How are you, Corey Bradshaw, Mr. IOTBA? How you doing today, dog?
Oh, man, I'm doing great, bro. I'm doing great. But, JJ, you know, I'm doing great, bro. But I know you doing that Tony the Tiger great.
What you referring to there, dog? What you referring to there? What you mean?
I ain't refer. I don't want to refer to it because I'm not in position to say that. But I'm just saying I know that you feeling Tony the Tiger great, and I want you to.
You talking about with JT?
Yeah, shout out to JT.
Oh yeah,
bro.
man. Just shout out to my boy, my son, my 18-year-old son. For those of y'all who don't know, I just celebrated my my baby girl's first birthday, but I also have a 15-year-old daughter.
Happy birthday to Jules.
Yep, and I got a son, and we just found out he got accepted to the University of Texas. So I'm so happy for him, but man, I'm so sad too. But I'm so proud of my son, man. He's been working his ass off, and you know, it ain't easy getting to UT, dog. Like they want that top 6% of the class. So he busted his ass and he's there. I'm proud of him. But happy celebration to you too. Your big boy had a birthday this week. What, he turned 9 years old?
Yeah, 9 years old. Yeah, but we'll get to that in a minute. I just want to congratulate, man, JT, man, like on that big, huge accomplishment of getting into the University of Texas. Now, this is what I got to say about that. Everybody know if they from the state of Texas, when it comes to the Texas Longhorns and the University of Texas, they are the creme de la creme of this state, right? It's one of the hardest universities. Like JJ said, it takes the top 6% to get in academically, right? And to see JT be a part of that 6%, that just show you how bright his future is. And I got to give him a big dog salute for making it to my second favorite team in college, in the Texas Longhorns.
He's there. He's gonna be there, bro. Just as old Arch Manning starts taking off, so it's gonna be a good time. But I'm super proud of him, man. It's gonna be a good time for the family. I'm scared, but I'm happy. But again, like I said, congrats to you. You're gonna be sitting in this exact same seat not too long from now. Kyrie's an excellent kid, 9 years old, getting big. I see him shaping into be a great young man. Corey, and salute to you, dog. You're doing a hell of a job with your boys, dog.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my son, man. He turned 9 recently on February the 1st. We had a great time. Me, his mama, his brother, his two grannies, his cousins and aunties, and you know, everybody was there, and it was just a great time to see him turn 9. And it's just strange. Like you told me this, right? When it comes to your kids, right? It's like you blink your eye and then boom. It's like just a week ago, Kyrie was 2 years old. Now he's 9 years old. So that means he's halfway away from where JT is to because we're striving to get him to be in JT position, you know. So that's great for my son to be able to, you know, see JT get that accomplishment, and my son is a straight A student too. He's been a straight A student for since he been in school. So
that's great.
Just want to keep him on the route of doing that, and yeah, big dog.
That's what's up, man. Salute. I just put on Twitter about a month ago. One of my favorite things about this boxing world, bro, is seeing the great dads out there. You know what I mean? We don't really get an opportunity to salute the dads, but to you, to all the great fathers out there, salute to all of y'all. Cheers to you and your 9-year-old and the little man too. And JT, salute, dog. Cheers.
Oh yeah, and like I said, happy birthday to Jules. I know that first year celebration was amazing. Talk about that, Jay.
Now, Juliana's a year old. Like you said, we blinked and all of a sudden I had a 1-year-old. She's so smart. She looks up to her big brother and her big sister who love her a whole lot. I got to spend a day with her today. I stayed home instead of going into office, and I'm just blessed, bro. I'm in heaven with my family, dog. So my little girl growing up so fast. My freshman Joey, I don't have no problems that you see with these little high school girls, dog. Like no boy issue, just smart, church, and just a great kid. So I'm just blessed and I'm fortunate, dog. So yeah, you asked
Real
me.
quick, I want to go off topic real quick. Just spend 1 or 2 minutes on this. What was your thoughts when you seen Luka Doncic get traded from the Dallas Mavericks to the Los Angeles Lakers?
Let me tell you real quick. I'm gonna hit this. I'm gonna hit the chat up. Brandon House, salute,
Oh,
dog.
Mr.
Appreciate you locking
313.
in. Hey, you always saluting across the pond. Jams boxing chat. Tuning in. We appreciate you. And yeah, absolutely, it is crazy what New York's gonna get to go through here soon. Brandon saying congrats on the bull on the Suns and hit. Oh shit, Jams! I don't know you had a 19-year-old. You seem young, but he got a 19-year-old too, man. It's crazy. Time does fly. But appreciate you guys tuning in, dog. But to answer your question, Corey, look, I know you're probably the biggest Dallas Mavericks fan I know. I haven't been on social media too much in the past 2 weeks, so I haven't even really talked to you about this. I hope you don't blast me for what I'm about to say, but I'm not that mad at it, dog. And look, I get the once in a generation talent. I get that, right? But and I get that even he's out of shape and all that, a fat Luca got us to the NBA finals. I get all that. But when I was watching the finals last year, I seen him cause just as many problem mistakes in there that I'd seen him do good. So at some point, that shit kind of started balancing it out on the games when it mattered. So there's that problem I had a problem with. We about to have to pay the hell out of him. Are you going to commit that kind of money for somebody that you don't know is going to commit to you? And I had one more point about that. I don't remember it, but I'm not that mad at it, bro, because he's not MJ. He's not Kobe, where those guys stayed working to be the best versions of themselves. I'm mad at what we got in return. I feel like we could have got some more, but these people that were crying and shit like that, that's what I don't get. I hope Nico has a real good game plan. It sucks that Davis is hurt, AD's hurt right now, but I'm not that mad at it, dog. I know we're losing out on a generation. Oh, one more thing I'm gonna say. Nico hooked Luka up because Luka is now gonna be, as LeBron moves out, Luka's gonna be the face of the NBA. Where better to be than LA? So it's not like he sent him to, wherever you name it. He sent him to the premier franchise of the league. So he hooked him up. I think it's something that needed to happen. Luka's work ethic just wasn't what I like to have around, dog, and that's how I feel about it. And I'm sure I'm about to get blasted.
Not at all. I agree 100% with everything you said. Man, like I say, I don't know nobody who is a bigger Dallas Mavericks fan than me, right? And when me growing up through the years watching the Mavericks, especially watching the Dirk era, I seen Dirk do excellence, right? I seen him always come in and say, be the first in the gym, be the last out the gym. And even over the years, you've seen Dirk work to get better. Dirk was just an outside shooter, perimeter shooter. You've seen every year he worked to get better work. He was the most dominant. When I say it in the post, the most dominant from 12 feet away from the basket. Dirk is the one who actually changed the game of basketball to where you see how you see all these cerebral players out of position basketball. But what Dirk did, Dirk mastered it, unlike other players in this game. And like why I told you, I've been talking about this for years with Luka. Everybody been talking about this for years about Luka being out of shape and not coming in the season in shape, not being in shape through the season, and not finishing the shape. at the end of the season, right, JJ? And like you say, we watched this guy in the finals. You know what that reminded me of? That reminded me of the Philadelphia Eagles with Donovan McNabb, where he was so out of shape. He started throwing up on the field, JJ, to where he couldn't get that last pass off, and T.O. blamed him, and he had absolute every bit to. We had this guy for 7 years, right? So who know Luka more than we know Luka, right? So why are we going to commit to Luka when it's a comfortable situation, when he know he's the man here and he could do everything here, right? And he won't change his ways. No, what happened with Luka, he got a wake-up call, and the whole NBA got a wake-up call, because what I'm about is team, right? Ain't no one person better than the team. And like you said, committing all that money into Luka, and then the fans out here, they're just idiots, right? Especially my radio station, they're idiots. You like the G-Bag Nation, I love them, but they were idiots throughout this process, right?
Oh,
Because
man.
at the end of the day, we got back a top 10 player in the league in Anthony Davis, who been healthy for the last 2 years. It's been unfortunate he got hurt. That could have happened when he was with the Lakers, but when he come to the Mavericks and we had that three-headed monster, the Mavericks are going to be the truth. So I'm happy with this trade. I'm glad Nico Walsh stood on this trade and put team before a guy who not going to be 100% to your basketball team.
Yeah, dog. We saw again. I hate to keep bringing up the finals because again, it was the finals, so we should be happy by that. But how many times did you see Luka not getting to the other side of the court, just taking his seat? Dog, that shit adds up. When you're playing an elite team like Boston, when you're in the playoffs, you don't just get to rely on your skills no more. You have to take it to the next level. Ask the Cowboys. Dak and them are good. They get to the playoffs, and you got to rely on that next level. And then I'll close out with this before we get into boxing. You're absolutely right. I love the ticket. I'm a ticket guy. I heard Bob Sturm saying, "Hey man, it's not always about championships. It's about the process and enjoying the buildup of your team." And I'm like, no, we're playing for championships. You cannot be the same city, Dallas Fort Worth, being upset with Jerry Jones for whatever, keeping the big names around and falling in love with his players, but then in the same breath be mad at the Mavericks, Nico and them, for cutting the fat. Like you can't say, oh, we want to keep Luka just because we love him. If he ain't helping you win championships, then at the end of the day, y'all are asking Nico to be Jerry. And for me, that's ridiculous. The fans just always got something to cry about. Look, Luka's gone. It was a fun few years. He's out of here. Hey, if he turns into something great, then salute to LA for bringing it out of him. But are we going to spend $350 million? And no, man, it don't make sense. Nobody here who is running an organization, if y'all were the owners or the governors, y'all wouldn't dig and make that super max investment in somebody who hasn't made an investment in you. And if you do, your name is Jerry Jones, and everybody going to boo you at the stage anyway. So yeah. Hey, Renee Box Young, what's up? Mexican boxing number one, Tank Devin. All Tank fans know ignoring that. All right, we're gonna get into some boxing. Corey, you ready to get into some boxing, dog?
Man, well, let's get some boxing. What we got on the table today, Jose Jr.?
All right, let's open it up. Let's open it up with some, man, let's talk some business, man, dog. Let's talk Keyshawn Davis and Baronchik coming up for the for 135 strap, dog. We call Keyshawn Davis our he got next. There's been a lot of drama in this week specifically, Corey. So first, before we get into the drama, how do you feel about Keyshawn's chances at taking home a strap this weekend?
Oh, I feel like his chances is good to take home the straps this weekend. I mean, he's the favorite. What we've been saying out of Keyshawn, no matter what people feel about him in their personal ways, what we've been actually seeing him do in that ring, he has showed us he is who he say he is, right? But with him being a young fighter, and we know he get real emotional, and emotional probably could play good for him, right? Or it could play bad for him, because with all the lead up to it, the build up with the things he got sent at his door, which we're gonna get into later, which Baronchik pushing him off stage this year, and you seen Keyshawn just ready to mess up the bag, like, and just ready to go after him and get him, which he had every right, because he pushed him. But it makes me wonder, how mentally focused Is he gonna be going into this fight? Yeah, he my favorite. I pick him. But JJ, them Ukrainians, right? Them
Mhm.
Ukrainians, they're just something different, bro. It's something special that's in the water with them Ukrainians, especially the Ukrainians that make it to the top level. So I'm not counting Barichek out,
Wow.
no way at all. But his last fight against what's that Mexican guy name?
Yeah, he beat Navarrete.
Navarro,
Navarrete, yeah,
yeah,
Navarrete.
Navarrete. He won the fight, but I wasn't just as impressed in that fight as I was with Keyshawn last fight. And you know, they say you can't think about the fights, but you got to look at the fights that happened last. If I'm looking at his fight, looking at Keyshawn
Mhm.
fight, I feel like Keyshawn coming in here the more dangerous fighter. But I'm not counting the Ukraine out. I'm just picking Keyshawn to win this fight because I think he is who he say he is, and I think he will get his first world championship in New York City on
Woo.
tomorrow night.
Dog, I'm with you, dog. Like, listen, for me, man, Keyshawn Davis has really, really turned me into a fan, dude. Not just in the ring, but outside the ring. A few years ago, you know, he talks a lot and he's proud of it. But it was like nonsense, a lot of just yip yap, and now I like his state of mind. I like the time away he took. I like he just seemed more mature, bro, like in a better, healthier place. And and then in the ring, I think we're seeing that translate in the ring. That his last performance, dude, was impeccable. And like we said last time, it brought him to that next level. Um, for this fight, though, it's hard to count out the Ukrainians, man. That class with Usyk and Loma and Barichek, like all these guys who are champs now. But when you just look at the fundamentals, the size advantage that Keyshawn has, it's hard to pick against him, man. Especially who he spends his time with. You know, I don't think Keyshawn's smoking anymore. At least not during camp. I think he's around surrounding himself around the right people. I think his bond he's got with his brothers are bringing out the best in him. And I am a big Keyshawn fan, and I'm excited. I think he brings home the strap this weekend, bro. I'm excited for it. With that said, though, I didn't even want to, I didn't even want to talk about this, bro. Because I don't want to give this son of a bitch any shine. I'm fed up with him. I'm fed up with him as a person. I'm fed up with him as a boxer. Uh, it's a damn shame that the first fight me and my little baby girl watched was Teofimo Lopez last year on Valentine's Day. But the antics, I guess, the best way to put it. And if I don't have video, like I said, I wasn't even sure we're going to talk about it. But for those who don't know, again, during the Keyshawn and Barichek build up, Keyshawn Davis got something sent to his room. It was bananas and watermelon or something like that. And it had a note, real racist shit. Of course, everybody thought it was the Ukrainian. Keyshawn went nuts on him. And then, by the way, he apologized today, which, again, class act. I love it. But then Teofimo puts out the video like some bad guy in a movie. Well, now I wish I had the video. But it turned out it was him. After all the Tank Davis and Bud Crawford, Gorilla, and Banana stuff, this guy said he's the last star the Top Rank had, and now what do you think, dog? Is it desperation? Is he dying for clicks and views? What do you think is going on with Teofimo Lopez, and what are your thoughts on it as a black dude? Talk to me.
First off, I think Teofimo is ignorant, right? Because, like I stated, his first comment, Tio said, the last time it was other words to go to it to where he was tiptoeing the line, right? And it was bad still though. But this right here just done went to to the roof and beyond, right? Teofimo should be absolutely ashamed of himself, not just as a boxer in this boxing community, but as a human being, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Teofimo Lopez is the guy who always speaking about God and how God is everything to him. But then you see this little devilish Teo do things like this to where you look at Tio and you can see that he's a total hypocrite with everything that he's saying. Tio should absolutely get astonished for this. Like when you're in court and a prosecutor or a defense lawyer do something that you don't supposed to do in the court, the judge will astonish them, right? And T.O. needs to get astonished from boxing. It needs to start with Bob Arum, and it needs to start with everybody around the world, right? They shouldn't want to get in the ring and want to beat this guy so bad. What they should do, they should starve him out and make
100%.
him have to go fight whoever he can get in the ring with, because this is how you deal with T.O. This is how you deal with T.O. You ice him the hell out.
100%.
That's what you do with T.O. I know these fighters out here mad and they want to knock his face off, and I think a lot of them can, like Richardson Hitchens. That's my guy, 140.
Yeah.
I think he beats the hell out of T.O. And I know they got that anger in them where they want to get in there and just put the paws on him, right? But no, he don't deserve that.
Nope.
Look at the antics he do. This is a clear cut case of exactly who T.O. is, right? Like it was easy to try to give him a little bit the benefit of the doubt. But when you do this and then you get on camera eating a banana, and doing all that, like a smile just came to my face like this.
It's disgusting, dog.
Yeah, like it just had me weak, bro. It's like, really, T.O.? But the thing to do is to ice him the hell out. Don't give T.O. no opportunity. If I'm Bob Arum, I let him walk.
Mm-hmm.
I drop him.
Yep.
There's no need for you, T.O., because see, this is what you call setting a precedence, right? This is what you call setting a precedence, and this shouldn't just go for T.O. This should go for anybody else who do any type of racial comments
Mm-hmm.
toward any ethnicity that's out there. But T.O. should be the first example. See, this right here, JJ, is worse than taking steroids. And I know steroids is crazy to take,
Interesting.
to get inside, but this is even worse. Because what T.O. is doing, he is touching on the millions and millions of folks who was hurt during a generation that he can't even think about.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they should astonish him. I hope I'm saying that word right. Like they would do in a court. If a defense or a prosecutor do something that's absolutely wrong and they know they're not supposed to do it, they should ice T.O. out.
I'm trying to figure out the word you use, and I don't know if it's astonished.
It's like tarnish. It's something like that.
I don't know, but whatever the hell you mean, you're absolutely right, dog. I was gonna ask you, what would you think about people just not fighting him? Like, who gives a shit? Like, there's a lot of talent, 135, 140, 147, where nobody's gonna miss Teofimo Lopez. And look, me and you aren't Mr. Sensitive and Mr. Cry Me a River. Somebody hurt our feelings because they said something racist. No, man, we're not like that. We generally aren't. Now, of course, on our pages and stuff, we keep the racism out. We don't want that shit spreading, but we're not gonna sit here and cry about it too much. But this, dog, like, we were talking about this earlier, where think about all of T.O.'s sparring partners over the years. Think about all his coaches. Think about all of the black people that have helped Teofimo Lopez build himself up to where he is. Coaches, referees and amateurs, everybody, like I said, sparring partners. Those people all helped you out. They contributed to you being a champion, T.O. And now for clicks and views and to be a funny guy, you just shitting on them, dude. Like I get disgusted with not so the actions are terrible, but the thought process where it's terrible, dog. I hope Africa don't fight him. I hope nobody fights him. Because if you go to our Twitter page, the very, very, very pinned top one, and I pinned it because it's got the most views. It's not because we love T.O. It's an interview when we interviewed Teofimo Lopez, I forgot what the hell fight it was, and he said, "I'm Top Rank's biggest star. Y'all got to pay me." Dog, nobody should pay. Nobody should give him any payday. I hope people hear this, bro, because it ain't worth it. Like you said. Now, it's another conversation. Is this worse than steroids? I see your point, and I don't even know the answer, but this is just up there with it, bro. Like, I'm disgusted with him. I hope he don't get a fight for a long time. And and he's not apologetic. Like he he's lousy ass person, bro. I don't even want to, like, salute to Keyshawn. Um, I apologize. I apologize to Baranchek for initially thinking it was him because I figured he's just trying to get under Keyshawn's skin. Salute to Baranchek and his camp for saying hell no, that wasn't us. And Teofimo and his I just hope that y'all get the karma that y'all deserve, dog. Because you don't need to hurt people like that, man. And I'm just disgusted with his ass, bro.
Yeah, man. I just hope everybody do the right thing. Is T.O. worth it? No. Who cares about T.O.? Nobody. T.O. been in this game a long time, and he always still crying. Talking about, oh, I'm not getting paid this, and I'm not getting paid that, and I do this, and I do that. And when he don't get his way, then he commits to doing things like this, which he know that is so wrong, and he has absolutely no feelings about it, bro. No feelings. Like any person who worked with T.O., how can he explain this to you guys? Is it worth it? Is the money worth it to come around and help this guy? How can he explain this? Y'all guys walking around with him, being in the gym with him, and him trying to say, oh, I'm good with that, but when he know he intentionally did that. And like I said, Jay, that could play a part on Keyshawn Davis, right? It really could, because we heard Keyshawn's story about him, I'm not going to say it, but him having mental illness and him overcoming that, right?
I love
And
it,
then
man.
with that getting thrown at him, like when you look at Keyshawn and see him talking, bro, like you could really tell, like, and I just hope he got it all together, bro, because this could be devastating. Like, this is one of them things that could really mess you up, because he could have Teofimo on his mind right now instead of Baranchek, and he could come in there overexcited, ready to get the guy out of there and make mistakes trying to do it. So, I'm watching that.
I think his brain is at a good spot, bro, and we'll see. I hope T.O. doesn't successfully get to him. I want to hit this conversation or this comment though. Derlin Padilla, 100%. But Jesus Garza, he said nobody had a problem with Ryan being racist, not even Keyshawn double standards. Let me say something real quick, and I'm not going to say names here. Don't worry, Craig. I'm going to tell that story though. The Teofimo one. Listen, dog. Like Ryan Garcia said some terrible things last year. Like a lot of terrible things. And I'm not giving him a pass at all. We came on here, we blasted him on social media. Ryan was kind of going, like, Ryan was either drunk, high, something. And listen, I'm not giving Ryan Garcia a pass. But I've been inebriated and intoxicated, and I've said things I regretted. And here's the key: Ryan Garcia apologized when he realized it. He said, "I'm not I'm not a racist." Blah blah blah. And I don't care if it means that. I don't care about any of that. I'm just telling you what my eyes saw. I saw somebody who was obviously under some sort of influence, and then I saw somebody realize it and then apologize. Now, let me tell you what Teofimo. A quick story about
Real
Teofimo.
quick though, JJ.
Go ahead.
Let me address that comment.
Yeah, go ahead, because I want to compare.
Why are you trying to deflect
Yeah,
to
what is
Ryan
that?
Garcia,
Yeah.
Jesus Garza, when that already been talked about? T.O. is the story right now. See, I hate when guys like you get on here and try to deflect and take away and say, well, this guy did this and this guy. No, we're talking about T.O. Ron had his time, but we talked about that. And Ron is going to have that on his shoulders the rest of his career. But we're not talking about Ron.
And what do you
We're
mean
talking about
nobody had a
Teofimo
problem?
Lopez. So miss me with that bull crap right there that you're trying to put up to deflect. My bad, Jay.
No, and nobody had a problem with Ryan being. What do you mean nobody had a problem? The whole damn Twitter. I blocked the son of a bitch. Like, what do you mean, Ryan? Ryan called us the devil. He called me the devil last year because I blocked him about it. But anyway, we did have a problem with it. But also, Jesus, and I'm going to share this story because I hope it gets clipped, and I hope somebody shares this. I'm not going to tell you who the media member was, but I will say this. Somebody very close to us was having a conversation with Mr. Lopez. And a group of individuals start to approach them. And Mr. Lopez says, Teofimo says, hey, I'm bouncing. I vienen los morenitos. And in Spanish, that means, here comes the black guys. He's leaving. So before any of this shit with the gorillas and the bananas and the monkeys and the box to Keyshawn, I already had that in my mind. And I was like, all right, cool. Maybe he just was feeling comfortable with homie and all that, whatever. But now you stack that with this and this and this and this, bro. Like Teofimo is just a lousy person. He doesn't hold himself accountable. He's not apologetic. So I mean, it is what it is. And Jesus, I don't care if Keyshawn was okay with racism. So if Keyshawn Davis is okay with he's your answer. If Keyshawn is okay with racism, it's totally cool to Jesus Garza. You should change your first name because Jesus wouldn't like that, my boy. Anyway, let's move on, Corey. We spent too much time on that piece of shit. And part of my French, but that's what I think about him. Mom. Ain't that crazy? 2 Republicans getting onto people for being racist. I thought we were supposed to be the racist ones. Anyway, dog, let's keep it moving. I want to touch on this real quick. No, well, let's go ahead and touch on this. Speaking of racist, Ryan Garcia, Rolly Romero, the card coming up in is it May? When is this? April? When is the card? When is the Rolly Romero Ryan Garcia card?
It's in April. I can't remember the date.
Anyway, and then Devin Haney versus shit. Who's Haney fighting?
Jose Ramirez.
Yeah, Jose Ramirez. Listen, I don't know if y'all saw this, but if you happen to be in New York City, Oscar De La Hoya and them announced today that they're going to be doing this outdoors, and it's open to the public for unlimited seating. Times Square, New York City. Ryan Garcia makes his return. Rolly Romero, Devin Haney makes his return. All the controversy. Look, I was sick and tired of it last year. Hey, like we said, it's the news now. Correct. What do you think about the idea of an unlimited seating outdoors for New York City as Ryan Garcia makes his return and Devin Haney makes his return?
Yeah, that's the fight. I mean, that's lit,
crazy,
bro.
dog.
Like that's gonna be lit. Cause JJ, I don't care what nobody say. We could talk about anything else, but Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney being around each other right now, just everything that happened in that fight and got to do with that fight, bro. With Devin Haney having to prove himself and Ryan having to prove himself that it wasn't that and everything. JJ, this is going to be enormous. Yep. And I love it.
Bro, it's going back to our last part. I don't like that Ryan's the headliner because out of principle, you're talking about a guy who said all the shit that we just talked about when Jesus Garza said that nobody cared when it was him. So he did all the racist shit. He made up all these lies about getting molested and when he was 2. And then, again, whether you believe he did it on purpose or not, whether you believe it affected the fight or not, the fact is he tested positive for PEDs. And his first fight back, he's the main event. And the guy on the undercard is the guy who was on the receiving end. I think that's kind of shitty, but, I mean, money talks. And nobody's really coming out to see Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez, man.
He the draw, JJ.
Yeah.
You know, all his little racist rants, with all of that he do, Ryan Garcia is the draw, and we can't look at it no other way. He has been the draw, right? Ever since I met Ryan Garcia when he was 17, 18, he came in Dallas, I knew he was lit. I told you, JJ, people drove 10 to 12 hours to bring their little girls to see him. And when I tell you that line was like a fur line, but even longer than a fur line for them to try to get in that gym, it's just undeniable, bro. He is one of the biggest stars in boxing, bro. And I think if his comeback, well, I think he's going to be Rolly Romero. But it's all about if he beat Devin Haney and there's nothing to it, I think Ryan Garcia turns into that possibly new guy on that next level with money wise. Because you said why he headlining, because you can't put Devin Haney and Jose Ramirez on there. You got to put Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero on there. That's just the world we live in, JJ.
It is, and it's unfortunate. You can argue that. I did not like. Look, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Bill Haney and what they've done. What they've done. I'm not a fan of a lot of shit Bill Haney does, but specifically how he's raised his son, how he managed his career before last year. I'm a big fan of theirs. But at the end of the day, man, for whatever reason, because I don't think Devin Haney's boring either, dog. Like I think Devin puts up some good fights. That Lomachenko fight was great. Like he puts it on the line. I don't know what it is. And quite frankly, I don't know what the hell Ryan Garcia sells so much for. Because me personally, I don't like his style. I don't like. I get he's a knockout artist, but I don't like how it looks. It looks amateur to me. But you can't deny it. He gets the people going. Now I will say, bro, at the Ring Magazine Awards, it looks like he got his shit together and he's not being outlandish and ridiculous anymore. So I'm hoping he got it together, and I hope. I'm about second chances. I am. You know what I mean? Whether you're Roy Jones or Canelo Alvarez who failed PED tests, Ryan said some terrible things. He apologized. I've done some terrible things, and I've had second chances. I'm a big fan of second chances. Now I draw the line because I know some people are going to be like, well, what about Victor Conte? We'll have that conversation later. But if Ryan can manage to put that behind him, that terrible year, those terrible antics, and he comes out and he gives boxing fans what they want, and that's respect and that's discipline, all that. You're right, Corey. He goes and beats Rolly Romero, and then he beats Devin Haney in a rematch. Dog, like that could be enormous. Enormous. If he beats Devin Haney in a rematch, clean, makes weight, and he beats him the same way he did, which is not out of, bro, if he's prepared and he ain't drinking and he makes weight, it might be worse than the first time. It might be worse than the first time.
Yeah, because we got to see how Devin Haney recover from that loss too. And another thing, JJ, I was just real quick. He left Derrick James.
Oh shit, that's right. We didn't even touch on that.
He's back with Canelo team.
Yeah.
Right. And this is the thing now when you got to look at Canelo team, right? You got to judge Canelo team on how they deal with character. Is y'all okay with this?
Yeah.
Now this is gonna make a lot of people look at Canelo, Eddie Reynoso different. If they okay with this. Now Ron Garcia had his little run one time. We done seen this consecutive with Teo. I want to see how they gonna handle this, but like I stated, he left Derrick James.
Any chance Rolly Romero or Jose Ramirez can spoil the rematch? Who has a better chance, do you think, out of those two?
I think just by looking at it, Jose Ramirez, right? But also, I think both of them have a chance to do it, right?
I agree, dog.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it even because, like, we know Rolly ain't the best boxer, but what Rolly could do, he could throw some crazy shots, and if he catch Ryan Garcia on his chin,
terrible defense, Ryan Garcia. Ryan and his terrible defense, it could land. It could land, dog.
Two, Devin Haney.
Devin,
how's he gonna react after this? I mean, they taking it well, and you know what else exciting about this? It's at 147, so now we seeing these guys come up to 147, and we're gonna now see them if they're gonna be able to compete with the Boots and the Brian Norman Juniors of the world. So I'm excited about that too.
Let me answer that for you though. They can't. Ryan, Devin, they can't compete with Boots and Brian Norman and those guys who are tough and good boxers. I just don't see it, dog. Imagine Boots touching Devin Haney one time. Same thing for Ryan. But anyway, I know we got other stuff to get to. I was just gonna say, if I'm Jose Ramirez, I'm throwing 95 left hooks, hoping just to touch that chin just once. All right, man, let's keep it moving. Where's it? What I was gonna get to? We'll touch on this real quick because we had him on the show, and we had him on the show specifically because he wanted us to promote the idea of a rematch. And look where we're at. We got March 29th, Zepeda, Jose Zepeda, right? Jose? Am I being racist now? No. Who? I'm having a terrible time, bro. Anyway, Zepeda versus Farmer rematch. Tevin Farmer, the first fight was close. Zepeda edged it out. Farmer felt like he got robbed. A lot of Farmer fans felt like he got robbed. I thought it was close. I had Zepeda winning a little bit. Corey, how you think the rematch is going to play out? William Zepeda, my bad. I just remembered.
It's tough to say because the Tevin I seen, he could say all Tevin Farmer could say all he wants to us. I ain't never seen that Tevin Farmer who was that aggressive and
Agreed.
who went forward and still was defensively above. And he could have possibly did more, right? So if Tevin Farmer could come in there and do more, he got a great chance. But with Zepeda, right? He had a chance to see this guy in Tevin Farmer, right? He had the chance to see him as Zepeda. See, he made a lot of mistakes in that fight. So Zepeda being the more fresher fighter right now, the more of the one who we seeing could take it to the next level. This gonna show us if Zepeda is really that guy who we thought he was at this weight class, you know, being able to challenge the Shakur Stevensons and the Javante Davises now. Because he should be the clear favorite to win this fight. This is a close fight. But like I said, I like Tevin's chances, right? Because I do think Tevin did enough, but I'm not going to call robbery, right? I'm not going to do that because close fights could go any way. Judges see it different type of ways. You can see, oh, he was the better boxer. You can see, oh, he landed the more harder punches. It's what a judge like to pick, these judges who've been experienced for years. So, yeah, Zepeda is the favorite. But I think if Tevin Farmer could come back and do more than what he do, it's a great chance he could win this fight. But this is a fight for Zepeda to prove us that he is what he say he is, one of the top echelon 135s.
Bro, I'm excited about this fight because it's going to be action-packed. Hold on real quick. I want to respond to Dan Man, Texas. He said how to handle racism in the ring. I see where you're going with that. No, but the way you handle racism with somebody like Tio is in his bank account, dog. You hit that bank account. He about to go through a divorce too. He gonna feel that money. Hit him in the bank account. Everybody takes it. He's already gotten his ass whooped. Cambosis beat him so bad that Teofimo said he won the fight 11 rounds to 2. Last time I checked, that's 13 rounds. So he's already taken an ass whooping. He didn't learn no lesson. So you hit him in the pocket is where you hit him. Anyway, back to Farmer Zepeda. Yeah, I'm excited about it, dog. Here's the thing. When we talked to Tevin Farmer and we talked about retirement and all that, when we talked about it, remember he says this, I don't mind the fights. The reason I hate boxing, I want to retire, is the preparation. So one might say, okay, look, he's probably already got that quit in his head. But I think Tevin Farmer feels in his heart that this is his last chance to win a title. And if he wants to cash in on all of that preparation that he hates so much, this is the time. So I think Tevin Farmer is going to look better than he did the first time, which means William Zepeda is going to have to step it up, which I think he will, like most great boxers do in the rematch. I think this fight is going to be everything the first fight was, plus putting it all on the line, Tevin Farmer, and a Zepeda who realized that Farmer is for real, and we're going to see a dope-ass fight. I can't wait to see it. Salute to Tevin, who just got engaged, by the way. Salute to Zepeda. We love our Golden Boy crew. I can't wait.
Salute to us, too. Because we
Yeah,
the one
salute
was the
to.
first ones
I'll pat myself on the back. You pay
to get
yourself,
this.
correct?
We was the first ones to be like, this should happen. And now, as soon as we did our video, it started spreading to where, and like whoop-de-whoop, and now it's happening. So shout out to us, too.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that, correct. Oh, Jay Grutter said, remember when Gilly said Farmer had a chance with Tank? Hey, we'll never know. I know you laughing, Corey, but we'll never know. Tank, when the hell has Tank fought anybody, man? I love Tank. I think Tank is phenomenal, but we'll never know. I think Tank is phenomenal, but we'll never know. We'll never know. Shit. We'll never know if any of these guys are phenomenal. All right, moving along.
It's
What
time
was
for
that?
Tank to step up, though.
Big time, bro. Big time. With all due respect to his insane ass fan base, it's time for Tank to
I
step
got no
up.
interest in this fight, JJ. Am I gonna watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah, hoping Lamont Peterson win.
Lamont
Because
Roach.
guys like Javante, we need somebody to beat him who don't supposed to beat him to get him up out of there. So
Everybody
I'm
he
watching it to
fights,
hope Lamont
everybody
Peterson
he
win.
fights is
What's
not
his
supposed
name?
to
What's
be
his name, Jay?
Lamont Roach.
Lamont. Why I'm calling him Lamont
Oh, you
Peterson?
talk about Peterson. Yeah, when's the last time Tank Davis fought somebody he wasn't supposed to beat? That's my problem. When the last time Tank Davis fought a 50-50 fight? It has never happened.
His first championship fight against
Man, that was
yeah,
not
but that was like people
that was
thought
50-50.
yeah, they thought that was gonna be a tough fight. Well, Jose Pedraza. They thought that was gonna be a tough fight for Tank, but that's the last time he did it though, Jay. And it's just starting to get unacceptable to where we got to make a stand on it. Like I say, they like everybody, like they want us to say, tell everybody to buy these fights. Why? Why would we tell everybody to buy Tank? And this is no disrespect to Lamont Roach. Salute, sir. You got your opportunity, right? But listen, this ain't it for the boxing fans. And this is and I'm happy you getting your opportunity. I'm cheering for you and hoping you hit him with one of them uppercuts that make him think about if he want to get in that ring again, right? Like I really am. But this ain't the fight that we wanted, and I say that respectfully, right? This is no diss to him, none of his team, right? Y'all got y'all opportunity. Y'all finna make a lot of money. Congratulations. Ain't nothing we can do about it. But this ain't towards y'all, it's towards Tank.
I agree. And and yeah, salute to Lamont, bro. But like, it's not gonna happen. He's a much smaller guy. He hasn't fought at 135 since 2016. So ask yourself, why would you go on a lower weight division as you get older? It's because you know there's resistance there that doesn't work out for you. Most of the time, you go older, you go up in weight. Lamont went backwards. So use that. All these people are like, oh yeah, but he's a champion. He's a champion. He's better. He's great at 130. Blah, blah. Use common sense for 1 second. Lamont Roach is a 130 pounder. He's coming up just for one fight, and he's already said he's going back down. I would rather see Tank fight anybody on WBA, WBC, IBF, or WO's top 10 than Lamont Roach. But that's not me hating on Lamont. Salute to Lamont. He got the lottery, and hey, we've seen crazy shit happen in boxing. We just celebrated Buster Douglas.
And it is, like I say, even though we didn't want this fight, when I think about it, it's kind of interesting because they did come up together.
Yeah.
Lamont Roach do know him, right? Like, so he do know him. So yeah, shout out to Jay Good. Like he do know him though, Jay. So it could be a possibility there and a chance that Lamont Roach could do some in this fight. Would a bookie say so? Will we say so? No, because like you're another little guy coming up, respectfully. But it's a chance because I'm looking at y'all grew up together. So he may know something we don't know about Tank. He may have that offset that nobody else could do against Tank. He may be that one who could stay composed and know how to fight in the pocket with Tank and make him miss. He may be that guy. I'm hoping he that guy for the sake of boxing. I really am.
Or the internet will absolutely break, dog, if he beats him. Hey, on that note, we were talking about money and all that. I wanted to sneak this one in. I don't really like to pocket watch, but this is interesting. According to Sportico, the top 100 paid athletes last year There were 6 boxers in the top 100. Naoya Inoue, Jake Paul, Inoue 42 mil, Paul 48 mil, Anthony Joshua 60 mil, Canelo Alvarez 73 mil, Alexander Usyk 122 mil, and Tyson Fury 147 million. I'll tell you what stands out to me, Corey, like impressive list, right? Look at boxing. Boxing doing some big numbers. But this is a red flag for me. It's something we need to talk about. We just got talk about Tank Davis, who a lot of people like to call him the face of boxing. Why is Jake Paul the only American boxer on this list? And what does that mean for American boxing, Corey Bradshaw?
That's why Saudi Arabia is the new place for boxing now, JJ.
What about those people? What about those people who say, "Oh, we got to bring the fights back to Vegas because America."
No, America don't like JJ, and I'm so happy because this world championship boxing. Now it's not good for us in American boxing, but if y'all want us to keep gaslighting these fights that not supposed to happen, then this is what you're gonna get. It just finally came to a head. JJ, that is absolutely stunning.
Let's put it back up.
I mean, stunning to see Jake Paul on that list. Where is Gervonta Davis if they say he's the biggest star? Like, look,
Crawford,
and this is respect. Crawford should be on that list. He the one who got more accolades that mean something.
What? Hey, what Bud Crawford gonna be one of the GOATs if he beats Canelo? Where's it? No, I'm saying, what about the people who said Crawford going to be an all-time greatest of all time if he beats Canelo? Why isn't it translating on the dollar signs? Why?
Why? This is stunning to me to see. Like so when Leonard Ellerbe talking there, JJ, we can't believe him.
Yep.
When these other American fighters talking, we can't believe them. JJ, look at Inoue. This guy never fights in America and made 42 million.
122-pounder, bro, who don't fight in America. A little guy who doesn't fight in America. And look at that money. Look at the other 5 people on here, bro. These are legends. These are going to be Hall of Famers. Inoue is arguably been top pound for pound fighter in the past 2-3 years. Canelo, obviously. Canelo is the face of boxing. Usyk taking over the sport. Fury, like, look at these. Anthony Joshua, Hall of Famers. But where's the United States Hall of Famer? We got Jake Paul representing us, a YouTuber. You know why? Because he's fighting people with names, I guess. It was a vulnerable market that was created by nobody other than us. I say us because, real quick, the promoters refusing to make the fights happen, the fighters refusing to demand a fight, and the dumbass fans who will support their fighter, don't matter who it is. That's my man, and I'm going to support him. I don't care what it means or who it is. Now we're to blame for America's bleeding boxing scene. My bad, Corey.
No, that's why when Jake Paul say he is the biggest American star in boxing, I don't want to hear nobody else saying nothing. And
I hate it. I hate it.
Look, respectfully.
Yep.
I love Clarissa Shields, right? And I love her, but I see why you hating on Jake Paul now, right? Because he getting paid that gulag. See, this is my thing with Clarissa. I know that your accomplishments is your accomplishments, right? But you should have been like Amanda Serrano, because there's no way. I really, truly believe that Clarissa Shields is making more money than Amanda Serrano, JJ, with Jake Paul bringing in that type of money, JJ. And the one thing about Jake Paul, I know, when a person pissed him off, you don't think he paying Amanda Serrano more than what Clarissa Shields is making, JJ?
Just to piss off Clarissa. Like, just to be able to say.
And look, all these other fighters going against Jake Paul, like, no. The smart thing for y'all to do is to join forces with Jake Paul. Y'all should want to be on his undercard. Look, y'all made it like that. And look, JJ, not just that. I know Keyshawn got a fight coming up. You know, I know Shakur do too, right? If they both successful, right? They both gonna be champions in the same weight division, JJ. And they're talking about their brothers. They'll never fight each other, JJ. That's why boxing ain't respected no more. JJ, your favorite fighter of all time is Mike Tyson. Your favorite fighter of all time is Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson say, he my friend, but we could fight or whatever. You know, like we're gonna fight, bro. That's the era. Yeah, we could be JJ.
Yep.
That's what's spoiling boxing. See, Breath of Fresh Air is what's that guy? Our prospect of the year. What was his name?
Abdullah Mason?
Abdullah Mason.
Yeah.
Breath of fresh air. He's not saying, oh, these guys are my friends. I don't want to fight these guys. See, that's the guy I want. And then with Keyshawn, he act like he don't know who Andy Cruz is, JJ. JJ, Andy Cruz is the one who beat him 4 times. You know, in the amateurs, Andy Cruz is one of the top fighters at 135. I don't care because he just got 4 or 5 fights. You see it in it. And he act like he don't know who he is. JJ, this is the problem with American boxing, JJ. Look, another thing, I know we're going to talk about this. Crawford going up 3 divisions to fight Canelo. JJ, that makes absolutely no sense, JJ.
I'm gonna make it make sense for you here in a bit, Corey.
For Fantasy Island, you know, it is a like I said, Crawford got the believability because he done did everything that he could do, but like doing that when you gotta respect boxing and know that weight classes mean something and know that it's Saul Canelo ever. JJ, that fight happening.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right. Let's look. Here's what we're gonna do. From now until the fight, I think we should bring this up every single episode because you know our opinions are gonna change. I know my pick's gonna change at least 10 times. We got to just sprinkle it for the fight, the most anticipated fight of the year, and I think it has the potential to be a great fight. But Corey, look, man, how many times do people come around saying, oh, this is the next Floyd Mayweather, or oh man, this guy has the potential to be the greatest of all time? You mean even greater than Muhammad Ali? Man, even greater than Muhammad Ali. Like every now, like, okay, no, you always hear people wanting to label greatness, but there's never a real way to prove it. It's all opinions, it's all like all this shit is comparable. You know, you can say Mayweather did this, and you can say all of this. Sugar Ray Leonard did that, and Roberto Duran did this. They all have great arguments. Right now, all of it. Hear me out, because I'm going somewhere with why this fight makes sense. Because I'm with you 99% of the time. I said Bam don't need to fight Inoue don't need to fight Tank don't need to fight Bud, and at the time I said Bud don't need to fight Canelo. I'm one of those guys who thinks that shit's stupid. But for this one specifically, after that Errol Spence fight, no, listen, no, because I see that face. After the Spence fight, I already thought Bud was great, and I predicted on here that it was going to be a 10th round knockout. I thought Bud was already a top tier. I thought the world of Bud, which is why I was one of the only guys in Dallas saying Bud was going to not only win but knock him out. Because I saw something in Bud before that ass whooping. Then the ass whooping happened against one of my favorite fighters, Errol Spence. Like, I thought Bud was going to knock him out, but not like that. All right, so that left people like me and like all of the old school diehard boxing fans, like my dad and my uncle and my father-in-law, like, they were all starting to say, dog, does Terrence Crawford, is he a GOAT? And now, if Terrence Crawford were to fight Jermall Charlo, nobody would give a shit. Like, nobody would say, oh, there's a reason to be a GOAT, or Fundora, or any of these guys. Now, Terrence Crawford has an opportunity to stamp what a lot of us might be thinking. Like, but you can't call him a GOAT if it's just Errol Spence. But if he moves up 3 weight divisions, and he beats Canelo, bro, that's the evidence we need. So with that, Corey, I agree with you most of the time. It's stupid to talk about weights, but for this one, I rest my case, Your Honor. That's my thought process.
Like I said, who I just said a while ago, congratulations on them getting the bag earlier.
Lamar Roach.
Yeah, congratulations to Terrence Crawford for getting the bag,
Oh
right?
my goodness, man.
Congratulations. Like, shout out to Turkey Al-Sheikh, right? You got to give him credit. He said that he wanted to get Terrence Crawford a big fight, JJ. And at the 11th hour, Cuz bent the knee when he heard about the Jake Paul and Canelo. That was real action that was right there, right? That was for real, right? But Turkey Al-Sheikh made it happen. He let his pride and his ego, he didn't let that get the best of him. He said, oh, that's Saul Canelo Alvarez. I see some guys I could do this against, some guys, I'm at the, get them what they want. So salute to him for doing whatever it took to get Terrence Crawford that fight. Like, this is probably the first promoter in Terrence Crawford life, Jose Jr., who done got him and delivered him on what he wanted when he asked for it, bro. So you must give Turkey Al-Sheikh credit for that. But JJ, solid. It's like every time we talk about Terrence Crawford, right? Everybody want to go back to the Earl fight. And hey, but this is my thing about that. That was 2 fights ago. Everybody just want to erase the history on what we just seen him in the ring against Majima. They just want to erase that history on we seen Terrence Crawford in a tough fight that you could see how it could have went either way. Like, I'm not mad that Terrence Crawford got the decision, but you could see it could have went either way or been a draw, right? And we're looking at that performance, him coming up 7 pounds heavier, right? And I know people don't want to say this, against a guy who nobody knew about. Nobody knew about this guy. He was 10-0, and he was able to compete with Terrence Bud Crawford when that was supposed to be a showcase. I mean, showcase fight for him. So I told you, and I told everybody, I said, if Terrence Crawford beat Madrimov like he beat Earl Spence, I'm all for it. He'll show me that he ready to like whoop-de-whoop. But he didn't do that, JJ. It was subpar, right? Like, and that's just honest. He won the fight. Congratulations, salute. Turkey, you got the fight now. Turkey Al-Sheikh made you a promise. But people got to be crazy, right? If you've seen this dude just go up 7 pounds, seen his footwork was slower, seen his punching, seen his accuracy wasn't as of on point, seen his punching power wasn't like we thought he was. JJ, this guy never hurt Madrimov not one time, right? So it's just unbelievable for me, and I can't mock what the people think. I think a lot of people are delusional, and that's just my own opinion, right? When it comes to this fight, I think they're delusional and a little out there, but I don't give Terrence Crawford a chance in winning this fight. And this is not me hating on Terrence Crawford. And people like to go back to that. They like to say, oh, you're just saying that because you're hating on. No, I'm not, because I made not one excuse about Terrence Crawford giving Earl Spence that religious, hold up, I mean religious ass whooping. I was getting on other people's cases for making excuses for Earl Spence. It got nothing to do with that. It's on to the next one. He fighting Canelo. I seen him against Majimov. I seen how he looked against Majimov. No chance at all.
Here we go. Here we go. I like what you said, man, because you're about to make me look like a genius. Listen, if y'all wanna like study great back and forth in boxing, y'all should screen record what I'm about to do, all right? Because it's about to be beautiful, beautiful. Listen, correct. So Madrimov, right? I mean, you gotta he was respectable coming into Bud Crawford fight, or no? Or was he? I mean, what would you say? No? Exactly. Listen, nobody knew who Madrimov was, correct? We've heard countless world champions. We've seen countless world champions fight to the level of their competition. Hold up, in my Correa voice. Hold up. Let me take it back to I'm going to take it back to June of 2023. Remember, for the fight of his life, Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, not only did he do his training camp, but he prepared a 2-week extra pre-camp with Shakur and them in Vegas. For the fight of his life, we saw a prepared Terrence Crawford that we've never seen before. Now, fast forward, Madrimov, like you just got through telling me, nobody ever heard of Madrimov. Nobody. Terrence Crawford was not prepared for Madrimov the way he was prepared for Errol Spence. We've seen a million fighters say, oh man, I didn't prepare I prepared to the level of my competition. We saw it. We saw it. All right. Bud Crawford struggled. He did. I'll say that. So we're asking him to move up in weight, and then he did not take that fight serious. He'll never admit that. All these people who love Bud are going to say, no, he's a hard worker all the time. No, he didn't do no pre-camp like he did Errol Spence. So listen, I'm about to make a second point. We are about to, now you know who saw Madrimov and said that's the real deal? Virgil Ortiz did. And remember earlier this year I said, Virgil Ortiz is going to make Madrimov look like what we thought Bud was going to do. Not because Virgil Ortiz is that much better than Bud Crawford, but because Virgil Ortiz is not going to do what Bud did. Virgil Ortiz is going to be extra prepared for a dangerous fighter in Madrimov. Bud Crawford was not extra prepared for that fight. Let me tell you who is going to bring out pre-camp Terrence Crawford. Canelo Alvarez, Correa. We're going to see pre-camp Terrence Crawford. Listen, Terrence Crawford could deadlift almost 500 pounds. You know what that does for conditioning and absorbing punches? It does everything. Terrence Crawford's hands, I'll put them up against mine. His hands are like this much bigger than mine. Terrence Crawford's arms are longer, way longer than Canelo's. Terrence Crawford's conditioning is better than Canelo's. Now listen, we've seen Canelo absorb the biggest shots that you can take from Triple G, from Kovalev, from those guys. All I'm saying is this fight is way closer than you think, my friend. Way closer. And the Madrimov thing, you're right. Nobody knew who he was. That's why Bud wasn't ready for that Madrimov, who was prepared for the fight of his life, by the way. We're going to see next weekend, Virgil Ortiz going to school this guy. Then the conversation's going to be, shit, can Virgil Ortiz beat Terrence Crawford? You're going to see, bro. You're going to see. So anyway, what do you guys say about it?
I think you're absolutely 100% wrong about that, because this is the thing right here, JJ. Terrence Crawford don't never look down on no opponent. That's the one thing I gotta respect.
So why didn't he pre-camp? Why didn't he pre-camp?
No. Listen, JJ.
Why? Ask me.
JJ, Terrence Crawford never looks down to any opponent. He never does.
Why didn't he pre-camp though? But why did he pre-camp for Errol?
JJ, listen. That's why he is who he is, bro.
Why did he pre-camp for Errol, but he didn't for Madrimov? Tell me.
We can't do that. Because that was his moment. That was his fight, JJ.
What do you think Canelo is?
No, JJ, no. But listen, you can't tell me that he didn't prepare right, because it was a lot. Because if he would have went in there and beat Madrimov like we thought he was going to beat Madrimov, this Canelo fight would have been made real sooner. It dragged out long time. Now, JJ,
it's fine.
We're not going to see a stronger Bud Crawford.
He is physically strong. Like he can lift more weight.
JJ, he couldn't even
talking about.
Madrimov, bro. JJ, so this is what I'm saying. Shout out to all my people from Guadalajara, Mexico.
How do you feel about Felix Sturm, the guy who dominated Oscar De La Hoya before Oscar De La Hoya?
No, but what I'm saying is,
how do you feel
about Canelo
and
a light heavyweight?
People
can't
still
hurt Canelo.
But
Terrence Crawford can.
People still thought Oscar De La Hoya was going to beat B-Hop after the abysmal performance between Oscar and Felix Sturm.
But
why is that? Because we all knew that Oscar didn't take Felix Sturm seriously. Not because Felix Sturm was better than Oscar. No, Felix Sturm trained for the fight of his life. Oscar didn't take him serious. Bud Crawford trained for the fight of his life. I mean, not Bud Crawford. Madrimov trained for the fight of his life. Bud just got through dismantling Errol Spence. He didn't. We're about to see. And this is why it's going to be the fight of the year.
He took no punishment, JJ.
What do you mean?
He took no punishment against Earl Spence.
He took none at all. None.
None, JJ, no
I
punishment.
didn't say he
So
did.
it ain't
I said
like
he
that.
did. I said
He
he
was
looked
in a
past
fight,
Madrimov.
but
He
it
didn't
wasn't like
study.
that. He was in a fight of his life to where he was battered and bruised, and it was a tough fight. No,
No,
JJ,
it's going to be.
and
All I'm
then this is
saying is
another
going to
thing.
be closer.
You're
Than
wrong.
you
You're
think.
100% wrong when you say Virgil Ortiz. In my opinion, is gonna beat Madrimov, bro. Virgil Ortiz don't listen. Like I said, Madrimov is gonna go in there and dominate Virgil Ortiz in that fight. Virgil Ortiz gonna look good like he throwing punches and being aggressive for the first 2 rounds, but skills pay the bills.
Nerd
JJ,
agrees with you.
Israel Madrimov is gonna put on a boxing clinic because I'm gonna tell you one thing: he's stronger than Virgil Ortiz. He way stronger than him. His boxing IQ is better than him, JJ, and he move around the ring. JJ,
No.
Madrimov just went against Terrence Bud Crawford. And nobody have ever made Terrence Bud Crawford reset inside that ring as much as Madrimov did, bro. This is going this is going to be a statement fight because Madrimov, him and Joe Diaz, they already mad that they didn't get the decision. So now they're going to make sure, like I was just listening to an interview with Joe Diaz the other day. They're going to make sure that they don't leave it in the judge's hands, bro. I'm telling you.
Listen,
Madrimov is going to beat Virgil Ortiz, bro. He ain't the same. And then another thing, his chin ain't all that. We have to look at that. Y'all can say flash knockdowns all you want. It happened twice. Tell me if a flash knockdown happened twice.
you've seen the fight. You know what happened, and it's okay. The fight happens next weekend, so we don't have to have it. Dog, is my audio all right? Because I sound weird. Yeah. Um. Listen, the beautiful thing about this is it's next weekend. Y'all remember this. This reminds me of the Devin Haney build up because I was the only guy who said Devin Haney was going to whoop Regis Progray's ass. And I said he ain't going to win a single round. This feels like that because y'all are really looking too much into that 154 fight. Virgil Ortiz is going to school Madrimov next week. And Madrimov is going to go back. There's a reason y'all never heard of Madrimov. A lot of it is because a lot of y'all are casuals. And I say y'all, not you, correct? Real talk combat sports. I agree. 70-30. Even though everything I just said, I say more like 60-40. But I can see 70-30 for Canelo. But it's going to be closer fight than people are anticipating. Bud knocked Avanesyan out with his no name. Yeah, Bud knocked out like 10, 11 dudes in a row. But what happens after you smelling your own shit after you do what you did against Errol Spence? It naturally happens, dog. Brandon, I always make the comparison. I know it ain't the same, but this is the only way I could compare it to. When you have, I'm in sales. I've been in sales my whole life. When I have a badass month, the next month I don't mean to take off, but the next month I just kind of coast a little bit because I'm comfortable. It happens, dog. He beat Errol Spence like that. So it is, man. It is. Let's see.
What she's saying is it happens when that is your. And then what's so crazy, Turkey Alacito, Eddie Hearn in the ring, you messed up my fight.
Look, this fool said that at most people thought Haney would school Prograis. Corey, you remember that. Nobody thought Haney was going to. I was on my own. We were on the Boxing Voice. And like Ness was trying to make me look like I was the biggest dumbass. Everybody said that Haney had a good chance of getting knocked out. But anyway, man.
But no, I'm telling you, I can't wait for us to really dissect that fight.
Yeah.
Because I've been watching that Madrimov versus Terrence Crawford. I'm telling you, bro. Like I see what Joe Diaz was talking about, bro. Like I'm telling you, JJ, it ain't about will you take off no fight, right? That she was a boxer. That ain't got nothing to do with the other guy. Virgil Ortiz really lost to Bobachuk.
Go watch it again.
No, I'm saying in my opinion, he and you've seen a lot of flaws in Virgil Ortiz, right? And Israel Madrimov, the way he fight, Virgil Ortiz ain't gonna know how to deal with him. JJ, when you talk about how Devin Haney, that's how I feel now. I feel how you feel right? When you feel like Devin Haney was going to school Regis Prograde, I'm telling you, JJ, after the second round, you're gonna see like like a punching bag getting punched, and I'm telling you, I
I
wouldn't be
might just shave
surprised,
my beard
JJ.
if that happens.
I wouldn't be surprised if this fight gets stopped, JJ. I got Magic
Bro,
Mob by stoppage.
listen, we saw two versions of Virgil in that fight, and both were great. We saw the boxer and we saw the brawler, and he chose when he wanted to do them. And we saw him dominate when he was boxing. Like, go back and watch the Boachuk fight again. And even look at the knockdowns. When he decided to box, he was a bad. Let's see, Bud ego is too big. He wouldn't even let Shakur beat him in cars. He right, dog. Hey, dog. I'm
But you're
telling
supposed to
you,
be a competitor.
bro. Bud don't lose his shit, bro. And listen, he is the only big factor for me is the age, bro. Because 38 years old is on this side of it, and Canelo's still on that side. But I mean it. I mean it. When I tell
JJ, you
you,
said, but you said you just told us. I mean, JJ, he been flawless.
no, it's because Canelo is the safe pick. But listen, man,
But
listen.
no, it's
Let me break it down.
the safe pick.
Like, listen, Canelo. We got to go, right?
Now we got a couple more minutes.
All right, listen. Let's break down what Canelo's not good at. He doesn't fight 3 minutes around. He fights in spurts. 168 Canelo don't put combinations together. He telegraphs all his punches, which is why he doesn't have knockouts no more. The punch that you don't see is the punch that puts you on your ass. Everybody knows what Canelo's going to do now. And how he does it well, he wears your ass out. But a smart fighter like Bud is going to know exactly what's coming at him, bro. So he telegraphs his punches, he fights in spurts, and his feet are cement blocks, bro. Like, he don't have the footwork that you might be remembering Triple G Canelo, which I think he lost that fight too. You might be remembering Canelo Triple G, which that window of Canelo was tremendous. But bro, he's not that guy no more. And we might be able to say Bud ain't that guy no more based on Madrimov. I think I know why he fought like that. But Canelo keeps proving time after time after time since Caleb Plant that he's not that guy no more. And he's a one-trick pony now. Now, like I say that, now, of course, Boxing Magic about to get on right now. Listen, when I say Canelo's a one-trick pony, I'm talking about today's Canelo. 2015 to 2020 Canelo, that man was the real deal. But he is easy to tell. He telegraphs his punches now. Bud Crawford will sniff that shit out. Bud Crawford has strong legs. That means he can absorb punches. Listen, you need strong legs to absorb punches.
What about but you ain't taking in the extra 14 pounds of muscle.
You're right.
He gonna have to put
No, I am.
on,
That's
JJ.
why I said 60-40 Canelo. But this is going to be way closer than you think, bro. Let me see what my boy Boxing Magic says. Slice it however you want. Canelo going to walk Crawford down and counter. I don't think Crawford's going to be dumb enough just to get walked down, bro. Canelo don't have the footwork to walk Crawford down.
That's how Crawford is. If you punch him, he's going to want to get his leg back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, JJ.
He's going to, all right, Brandon, I definitely got Virgil. Oh, beating Madrimov. Robert already saw Madrimov. Yeah, I agree. We're going to see something. I can't wait for us to get back together on here, Brandon, and say, I told you, dummies. Boxing Mexi, today's Canelo is most day. No, he's not, bro. No, today's Canelo, you see his punches coming. He hasn't had a knockout in almost 4 years.
And
By the time
Crawford gonna be the first one. See, this one you fail to realize that.
He couldn't knock out Munguia or
JJ,
Berlanga.
he didn't want to knock out Munguia.
Okay, what about Berlanga?
JJ, it just didn't happen. You can't get knocked out. Them guys was natural weights.
So it doesn't matter. He's telling. So you want a miracle?
No,
Bud Crawford ain't a miracle.
But no, that's what I agree with Boxing and Magic. Today's Canelo is different. See, what you guys are thinking about is the Canelo who fought Floyd Mayweather.
No,
Canelo who fought
you're
Lara.
thinking about.
Like,
you're thinking
this
about
is a more seasoned Canelo, JJ, who know all the tricks of the trades. Okay, I can't wait. You say this fight close. Look, now I'm not gonna even lie.
Look, read this though. What about Crawford? When was his last knockout? July 23rd, 2023. I still have bad dreams about it, dog. Like, what do you mean?
But that was against a 147-pound fighter.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. That's the big mystery. That's the big mystery.
JJ, weight classes mean something.
I agree.
You don't agree?
I agree 1,000%. And 99% of the time, like I said, the tweet is out there. I do 99% of our tweet. I said, I'm the guy who doesn't like these conversations. And when the Bud
boxing and magic.
What did he say? Bruh, stop. Canelo. Oh yeah, I see. No, listen. I boxing.
You see what Brandon Howe say though?
No, let me see.
This is what Canelo do. He punch you on your arms, punch you in your.
You honestly think that Terrence Crawford is just gonna be a sitting duck? Though
he can't move like he moved no more, Jay.
All right, man. All right, man. The more I talk about this, I said 60-40. Now, the more I talk about it, now I'm like 55-45. The more we talk about this, the more I'm like, dog, we are going to see 8 months of prepared Terrence Crawford. They fuck around and gave him 8 months to prepare for this.
Then you giving people excuses to say that he didn't take Madrimov serious.
No.
Is that what we're doing?
No. He would never do that.
No,
like
but
I said, look at Oscar De La Hoya versus Felix Sturm, and I will rest my case. Look at Oscar De La Hoya versus Felix Sturm. That's what that was.
But he lost before.
Who?
De La Hoya lost before.
Yeah, but he looked terrible against Felix Sturm.
But Crawford ain't never lost.
Okay, but you'll see.
He didn't take Madrimov serious when he know Canelo was on the line.
This fool said, if Canelo's a one-trick pony, why Berlanga, Munguia, and Charlo never figure? Bro, you're right. And listen, I've also said that I hate that Canelo didn't fight Charlo when he was good. I hate that Canelo hasn't fought Benavidez because I think Canelo beats Benavidez. I hate that Canelo didn't fight Andre when Andre was active. I hate that because, like Floyd Mayweather, he left a lot of doubt for no reason. Floyd Mayweather could have beat all those guys. Berto, Sean Porter, or he did fight Berto, Sean Porter, all the guys that they say, Paul Williams. Mayweather would have beat them, but he left that unnecessary doubt. That's my problem with Canelo. He'd have beat all these guys we've been begging him to fight. He just left unnecessary doubt. I think the world of Canelo, dog. I don't think the world of Berlanga, Munguia, or Charlo. They're not gonna fight back. But you put somebody with brains in there, dog, like a Caleb Plant. Caleb tried to. Caleb was figuring out the puzzle, but Canelo wore his ass out. Can that happen against Bud? Hell yeah. I don't see it happening with Bud.
But and that's what makes
it could be a good ass fight. Is all I'm saying.
That's what makes me know this fight gonna be.
All I'm saying is it's gonna be a good ass fight.
All right. Look, and if I'm wrong about that, I'll come back and say, even if Canelo wins, I'll come back and say, damn, I was wrong. This was gonna be a good fight. But JJ, I don't see it because you keep saying he woke Caleb Plant out. That was a natural 168. When you got a guy in Crawford who moved up one weight class, looked slower, look not better in everything. He looked like he decreased. Now he's going to come up 2 more weight classes. If you think Caleb Plant could get tired out from that pressure that Canelo put on you, bro, like. But
how about this? He's going to look way better than Caleb Plant did. I believe that with all my heart. I believe it with all my heart. And man, like you can't talk to these Canelo diehard. Let me see Canelo quote because score him all he wants. Canelo will cut the ring off, bro. He don't cut the ring off, bro. He don't got that footwork. I'll be imagining, bro.
What have you been watching?
You're watching 2016 Canelo. Watch him now. He just takes down the big guy and wears them out, dog. Like
but just because he's not knocking people out. Don't mean he ain't cutting the work. Canelo.
He don't have the upper body work that he used to have no more. It's not the same. Y'all holding on to Canelo the way I was holding on to Tiger Woods and Mike Tyson and shit. Like, it ain't there no more. It ain't there.
Like why nobody ain't beat him yet at 168?
They haven't.
Nobody.
Nobody beat Canelo at 168.
Nobody.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm thinking.
Nobody.
Better.
Nobody beat him.
You're right. I agree
JJ,
wholeheartedly. I think
Canelo done
Terrence Crawford is
elevated,
special.
bro.
99% of these conversations, I'm saying this is a stupid idea. I think it takes a very special fighter. I don't think Inoue beats Tank. And I think Inoue is special. I don't think Tank beats Bud. I think Tank is special. And I don't think Bam beats Inoue. I think Bam is special. But I think there's a tiny chance that Terrence Crawford could pull this off. And I think Terrence Crawford is extra special. And that's all I'm saying, guys. That's all I'm saying, huh?
Where we at on them comments?
He said, wow, this guy's wild. Tank Duck Devin. Boy, who's this? Tank Duck Devin? Jeez.
Hold on. Nah, Brandon House say it ain't about Bud sitting there and getting hit. He can move, but he gonna get hit. And when he does, he gonna make Bud pay for it. Nello don't fight for points. He fights to punish, JJ.
Yeah. Is that what happened with Mugi and Berlanga? He punished them.
So hey, look at that comment. Go down. Keep going.
Listen to this guy. Your partner knows boxing. IO, what happened to you? Boxing magic. This guy sounds drunk. Ding ding ding. Jay doesn't know boxing. Saying I didn't say Bud's gonna win. God damn it! Look at his fucking name on his thing. That's why. Surprise! I did not say Bud is gonna win. I said a million times tonight. Like that's what I'm saying. You Canelo crazies. Y'all cover y'all's ears.
Say that, but what about y'all Bud crazies?
Me? Don't say y'all.
But though you sounded like a Bud crazy.
No, I said Canelo's gonna win that fight.
Yeah, but it's disrespectful, bro, to even say this fight is close.
What? Did you not see Usyk just beat Fury twice, who outweighed him by 70 pounds?
See, that's what I don't like.
70 pounds?
Because this is the thing.
Usyk is special.
But Usyk was an acclimated heavyweight, JJ. That's the difference. He learned how to deal with it, bro.
Yeah, and that's why
that's
why I said 60-40. You weirdos. Jeez. I can't say shit. Like, y'all want to have a podcast that says, hey, this is episode 86. Canelo gonna whoop everybody's ass.
No, it ain't everybody. Like, we know. Look, we know.
Like, what do you want to talk about?
Like, this ain't looking past William's skull.
Everybody's looking past William's skull. Look, hey, by the way, hey, and y'all seen this, but I know some of y'all are going to believe this is true. I just want the people who aren't on Twitter to know that look at the date on the bottom. That says 1/12/25. The spit bucket said William Skull in May, and then historical undisputed super fight with Crawford in September. Don't nobody give us credit for this, Corey. This was a month before this fight got announced. Yep. Nobody gives us credit.
Shakur versus Kid Austin.
Yep. Again, yeah. But anyway, hey man, well. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day, man.
Shout out to me. Shout out to all my Canelo supporters on here. Because they say, trust me, all the Bud people, they gonna come in for you because, bro.
I don't want to have sides, dog. I want to just talk reality. I don't want Bud.
No, you saying Canelo gonna win, but we just saying you're saying that Crawford is gonna be stronger than fucking them other guys was, JJ. And like somebody said on my show the other day, was Steve Nelson gonna be his sparring partner to get him ready for Canelo? And I'm just saying, who gonna help Bud get ready for Canelo, Jay?
Bro, we'll find some people.
Who? JJ, think about him having to go through a hard training camp.
Okay, who Canelo gonna find in? That's Bud Crawford.
Canelo don't do, man. Bro, he got anybody Canelo wants will come there. Anybody he wants, JJ will come there. What I'm saying is, think about the training camp Bud Crawford gonna have to do. See, this is my thing I say. JJ, he ain't got to lose weight, right? to get, into top shape like he used to. He got to know how to hold that weight now, JJ, because he used to shredding that weight real easy, right? And like I say, I'm ready for it, right? So that, like I said, I'm ready for it.
It ain't gonna be no destruction the way you think it is. Hey, but you know who could help Bud get ready for Canelo? Errol Spence.
No.
He got that Mexican Southern, that Texas style.
Well, the guy who had no chance against him. Gonna be able to come around and help him. The guy who didn't do a Titi, Nathaniel again, gonna be able to come. No, JJ.
Hey, remember
what I'm
all these
saying is,
people that said, "Oh, Errol needs to move up and
no,
wait."
what I'm saying, he gonna have to get guys. He gonna have to get guys like Caleb Plant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, I'm serious. Caleb Plant is he gonna have to get big, and he gonna have to fight top sparring partners like that, bro. And you got to understand how his body gonna have to handle all this, JJ, knowing that he fighting Canelo. Is Crawford gonna be whoa highs? His body gonna react to all this new muscle? I ain't giving Crawford not a chance for no reason. I'm just respecting boxing. Do I think Crawford one of the all-time greats? Absolutely, I do. I can't take that from him. He shut me up in July of 2023. Signed, sealed, and delivered it. But JJ, I'm not finna be one of these people just because he proved me wrong. One time, Terrence Crawford proved me wrong. I'm supposed to think he supposed to go up 3 weight classes after going up 1, looking average against Majimov, who JJ said he didn't prepare for taking
Ray said nobody knew who he was. That's why. Oh no, let's hit these comments real quick. Boxing Magic said Crawford's going to be 39 rusty, and that's in fact could very well be the case, and we will see. And now you just gave Crawford an excuse. I'm gonna leave this here for all the Crawford fans to screenshot so they can say, "Oh, you literally said Crawford was old." You see, this is why it's a lose-lose for Canelo.
No, he's gonna be 38.
Yeah, he's gonna be 38. You got that number wrong, but still, that's still old, dog.
Man,
but look, boxing Magic, like you gotta stop saying shit like this because here's why. When Canelo
stop saying stuff about Canelo, talking about he's not the same.
No, listen. If Canelo wins this fight, now everybody's gonna be able to say, "Well, Crawford was old," and it's gonna
no.
But look,
this is a lose. No,
read it.
I see that. But this is a lose-lose situation for Canelo. Because even if he beat Crawford, they're going to say, not he old, he was the little guy. And even if he lose against Crawford, they're going to say he was overrated. So it's a lose-lose situation. Canelo ain't going to get no credit regardless. But
100%.
Since he better get all the credit in the world. Look, I had one guy tell me, Terrence Crawford going to stop him, JJ. Stop him.
No chance.
Stop. Look, now, a lot of people are saying this. Now, I want Canelo to get the ultimate respect when he do it.
Bondele says, "What up, Io and JJ? Bud's gonna beat Canelo at 70-30. Bud's favorite. He'll outbox him, beat him with a jab and counters. Canelo never saw a combination punch. I agree with. I don't see Bud stopping Canelo. Zero chance. But I can very well see this going to the scorecard. Nerd just called me a casual. I didn't say he's Canelo, dog. I said who's someone. Do you think the sparring partners are better than the opponents?
Back,
no. Sparring partners are never better than the opponents.
Welcome back.
You want to get somebody who has a similar style, dog. Jesus Christ. Fucking nerd can't say shit about Canelo. You're a Crawford fan. I'm a boxing fan. I'm a Canelo fan. I'm an Errol Spence fan and a Terrence Crawford fan. I like these guys. What the fuck? I'm a boxing fan. You know who I'm not a fan of? I'll tell you, it's easier to name those people. I'm not a fan of Teofimo Lopez, and not just because of this week. And I'm not a fan of Ryan Garcia.
Oh, yeah. So, look.
Outside of that, I love them all. What the fuck?
Go to that next comment, and I want you to speak on that.
Yep. Need a tune-up? Absolutely, he needs a tune-up, bro.
But he shouldn't do it, though, JJ. He shouldn't do it.
You talking about because he could mess up the bag?
He better not do it.
I agree, dog.
He better Crawford. He better not do it. He better take his chances.
Nerd, he's a southpaw. Like I didn't mean he's the same guy. He just gets in your face, he'll rough you up. Not a whole lot of like Canelo ain't a great jabber, neither is Errol Spence. It's not just like pure boxing. It's just kind of somebody in your face. I'm not saying, God damn. I gotta have side conversation with Canelo. But anyway, Corey. Oh, Boxing Magic. Oh no, Mexican Boxing. I sound like a fangirl. Gee, bro, did you call everybody out to come get me today or what? Please don't.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Please don't watch the first episode of the Spit Bucket.
Welcome back, sir.
Please, y'all really gonna hate me then. Shit.
Welcome back, JJ.
Hey man, listen, all y'all dummies sitting here watching, talking shit to me. I better hope y'all got gifts for y'all old ladies, because Valentine's Day is about to happen, and instead y'all over here accusing me of picking Crawford and stuff. Craig, you got anything to say before we wrap it up?
No, just salute to everybody, man, for coming back, man, and we're glad to be back. I appreciate everybody.
Yeah, y'all tune into y'all check out the rest of our social media. Y'all please subscribe and all that good stuff. We appreciate y'all, and we'll be back real soon.
This is JJ Solomon.
This is Ray Bradshaw, Mr. IOTBA. Mr. These boys can't touch me on my worst day. This is the Spit Bucket Podcast.